We often hear the phrase life is short, but do we truly understand its implications? Each tick of the clock is a second that we will never get back. Each day that passes is a page turned in the book of our lives. This isn't a grim reality, but a reminder to embrace each moment with passion and purpose. The understanding that our time on earth is finite should inspire us to live fully, love deeply, and leave a positive impact. Life's transience isn't a cause for dread, but a catalyst for meaningful action. I once knew a man named John. He had dreams of traveling the world, experiencing different cultures, tasting exotic cuisines. But like many of us, he thought he had all the time in the world. He kept putting his dreams off, waiting for the right time. Years passed, and his dreams remained unfulfilled. One day, he was diagnosed with a serious illness. It was then he realized how short life truly is. Despite his health, he made it a point to fulfill his dreams. He traveled as much as he could, and his experiences were richer and more meaningful because he knew his time was limited. John's story is a stark reminder that there is no perfect time to live our dreams. The time is now, because life is indeed short. John's story illustrates a sense of urgency we should all feel. Life's brevity isn't a distant concept, but a reality that we should keep in mind. Every day that passes is an opportunity to live a meaningful life, to grow, to learn, to love, to create memories. We don't have an infinite amount of these opportunities. Waiting for the right moment or someday to do what we truly desire can lead to missed opportunities. We must understand that the right time is often now. The urgency to live our lives to the fullest shouldn't create anxiety, but should inspire us to action. It should push us to prioritize what truly matters to us, to chase our dreams fearlessly, and to live, not just exist. When we truly comprehend the shortness of life, it changes our perspective. It's like looking through a different lens, one that brings into sharp focus what truly matters. We begin to ask ourselves, what would I do if I only had a year to live? Or a month, or a day? These aren't easy questions, but they help us prioritize. Suddenly, trivial worries and superficial desires lose their importance. We start to value experiences over possessions, relationships over rivalries, and love over hate. We realize the importance of making each day count, of doing what brings us joy and satisfaction. This isn't about fostering a sense of fear or dread, but about empowering ourselves to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. It's about recognizing that every moment we have is precious, and it's our responsibility to use it wisely. When we talk about life's brevity, regret often comes into the picture. Studies have shown that when people reach their later years, they often regret not the things they did, but the things they didn't do, the risks not taken, the dreams not pursued, the love not expressed. They regret the opportunities missed due to fear, hesitation, or the belief that there would always be more time. They look back and wish they had understood the shortness of life earlier and lived accordingly. But the beauty of life is that we have the power to learn from these reflections. We still have time to seize the day, to live without regrets. We can choose to live in a way that when we look back, we will have a tapestry of rich experiences, of risks taken, of love shared, and dreams chased. Every sunrise presents us with 24 hours of possibilities. Each day is a fresh canvas waiting for us to paint our experiences, memories, and actions. It's another chance to chase our dreams, to right our wrongs, to love, to learn, to create, to grow. But we must never forget that these opportunities are not endless. This understanding should not discourage us, but should motivate us to make the most of each day. It's about recognizing the potential that each day holds and realizing that we have the power to turn it into a masterpiece or let it blend into the background. Let's seize the opportunities that each day offers and make the most of our time, because life is fleeting, and these opportunities won't last forever. As we navigate through life, knowing its fleeting nature, we begin to think about the legacy we want to leave behind. The impact we make, the lives we touch, and the change we instigate, these are the things that will outlast us. Understanding that life is short compels us to think about how we want to be remembered. It's about making choices that align not just with our immediate desires, but also with the long-term impact we want to have on our world. This could mean being a good parent, a loyal friend, a passionate advocate for change, or a dedicated professional. It's about creating a life that, when we look back, we can be proud of. And while our time may be finite, our legacy can continue to inspire, motivate, and influence long after we're gone. In truly understanding the shortness of life, we learn to appreciate every moment. We start to find joy in the simple things: a beautiful sunset, a good book, a heartfelt conversation with a friend. We place more value on the people in our lives, cherishing every moment we share with them. We learn to live in the present, to enjoy the journey rather than constantly worrying about the destination. We realize that every second, every minute, every hour is a gift that we should not take for granted. We learn to say "I love you" more often, to express our gratitude, to forgive quickly, and to make peace with our past. In appreciating every moment, we are not just acknowledging life's brevity, but celebrating it. Because in the end, life is short, but it's also incredibly beautiful. And it's up to us to make the most of it. One of the most important lessons that acknowledging life's brevity teaches us is the power of resilience. We realize that setbacks, disappointments, and losses, while painful and challenging, are also temporary. With every day that passes, we are given a chance to start fresh, to bounce back, and to continue moving forward. This knowledge strengthens our ability to cope with life's challenges. It motivates us to keep going, even when times are tough. It reminds us that our time here is limited, and that we should not waste it wallowing in despair. Instead, we should use it to grow, to learn, and to overcome. In understanding that life is short, we learn to become resilient, to make the most of our time, and to never let setbacks keep us from enjoying our journey. Knowing that life is short should not invoke fear; instead, it should ignite action. We are all given a finite number of days, and it's up to us to decide how we use them. Do we want to spend them in a flurry of stress and worry, or do we want to spend them pursuing our passions, loving our people, and making a difference? The clock is always ticking, and it's our responsibility to make each second count. Let us take risks, follow our dreams, and live authentically. Let us forgive quickly, love deeply, and laugh heartily. Let us make mistakes, learn from them, and grow stronger. And most importantly, let us live each day in a way that, when we look back, we have no regrets. Because in the end, it's not about how much time we have, but how we use it. In acknowledging that our time is limited, we are invited to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment, truly experiencing life as it unfolds around us. It's about savoring the taste of our morning coffee, enjoying the feeling of the sun on our skin, truly listening when someone talks to us, and being fully engaged in our daily activities. It's about not letting life pass us by while we're caught up in our thoughts, worries, or plans for the future. Understanding that life is short prompts us to slow down, to be mindful, and to fully immerse ourselves in the richness of our human experience. It allows us to live our lives more deeply, more fully, and with more appreciation. When we truly grasp the fleeting nature of life, we begin to empathize more deeply with those around us. We recognize that everyone is on their own unique journey, facing their own challenges and experiences. We're reminded that every interaction we have could be our last, leading us to treat others with kindness, respect, and understanding. We become more patient, more forgiving, and more compassionate. We listen more intently, we hug a little tighter, and we say "I love you" a little more often. This sense of empathy extends not just to our friends and family, but to strangers too. When we understand that life is short, we're inspired to make every interaction we have positive and meaningful, contributing to a more empathetic and compassionate world. Once we internalize the idea that our time here is finite, we begin to prioritize what truly matters to us. We start to reassess our values and make life choices based on them. We may decide to spend more time with our loved ones, invest in our passions, contribute to our community, or take better care of our health. We understand that every moment is precious and cannot be reclaimed once it's gone. This realization can be powerful and transformative, leading us to eliminate unnecessary distractions and focus on what brings us joy, fulfillment, and a sense of purpose. By prioritizing in this way, we not only make the most of our limited time, but also ensure that our lives are rich, meaningful, and aligned with our deepest values.